Hello, hello, hello. Like divas and fashionistas made dramatic entrances, but it's reggae artists, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well,
How
I'm
are you?
so glad we were able to figure everything out. I'm so glad to have you here today. How's
Thank you.
everything going where you are?
It's good. It's good. It's a bit gray out here in
Mhm.
Alberta, but um, other than that, it's good.
Yeah. Now, how did you get started in music? What made you decide to be a singer?
Um, what made me decide? I think it's something inborn. I think. I mean,
Hmm.
ever since I was about three, I was singing. I remember my mom. My mom bought a Johnny Nash record when I was about three, and I remember taking that record and playing it over and over and over and memorizing the words and stuff. So nobody taught me how to do that then. So I think it's something born.
Just it was in your blood.
Yeah.
What was your first performance? So you started singing at 3, but how old were you when you started performing?
Um, I don't think I started until I was in my early 20s. But until after I bought a
Mhm.
guitar
Okay.
in college and practiced trying to learn chords and stuff. So yeah, it wasn't until kind of late, until my early 20s.
Oh, okay. So were you self-taught or
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That's really fascinating. How long did it take you to learn the guitar? Because so many people are stuck home right now and are like, "Oh, I'm going to try something new, maybe pick up an instrument."
Mhm.
So this is always nice to hear when somebody can teach themselves an instrument.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just that interest that I had. I mean, Lenny Kravitz, I think, was an inspiration at the time.
Mhm.
Um, and he played a song. And when he played this song acoustically, I don't know. I watched it and I told myself, I can do like I really just had the urge to really learn it.
Mhm.
And I could hear it and I just told myself I could learn and watch and observe and just so I think I learned by playing my ear and by
Okay.
just observation.
Oh, that's really neat. So not YouTube University, you did it the old school way of just
Yeah,
listening to music over and over again and trying to replicate it with your guitar.
exactly.
That's impressive. So
Yeah,
can you read music and everything now? Do you write all your own songs?
yeah. I have to learn that. I have to go and learn
Okay.
to read and learn because when you're in a band and stuff, you need to let the guys know what's
Mm,
what, right? So
yeah.
yeah.
I hear in movies they're like, "Oh, play it in chord, blah blah." I know nothing. I only play a musician on TV. I took band in middle school, but that was a million years ago. So I don't remember any of it. But I'm always fascinated by people that can play an instrument
Yeah.
since yeah, I didn't do that. So when did you start performing professionally? What was your first gig?
Um, my first gig was that's a good question. I guess playing in universities.
Okay.
Um, yeah, doing the university and college kind of thing.
Now you started being inspired by Lenny Kravitz. When did you decide to do more like reggae music? Because he's more of rock or even pop music in that sense. So,
Yeah, I was always influenced by reggae.
mhm.
But the need just seeing him play acoustically kind of opened me up to other genres of music, I guess. But
Mhm.
like I write and and play acoustically, so I guess I always want like a reggae beat or something on my music. But I guess you can. I think I'm really like actually a folk kind of artist almost in many ways
Okay.
because it starts with the guitar and it starts acoustically and then I put the music around it, right? So
Okay.
yeah. So but I've always been influenced by reggae and Bob Marley and Dennis Brown was a major influence for me
Mhm.
growing up. Because my parents are of Jamaican heritage, so there was a lot of reggae in the house when I was
Oh, that's gotta be
growing up.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so you mentioned that you grew up, your parents are from Jamaica. What did culturally, what was that like living in Canada? Or did you ever live in Jamaica or just always in Canada? Okay.
Yeah, my parents are born in Jamaica, but they had me in England. So
Oh,
they went to
so,
England,
okay.
had me. I was there until I was 3, and then came to Canada.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. I always find it interesting first generations or second generations families, and especially when it's such a different culture and even climate for that matter, to
right,
go from Jamaica to Canada, because the idea of even living in North Carolina, which isn't very well, it's far, but it's at least on the same continent,
right,
as moving to Canada, it just seems so cold and far. And you're on the West Coast side of it too. So that's really far from Jamaica. I don't think you can get much further from Jamaica and Canada.
pretty
So
much.
I'm just, yeah, that's why I was like, wait, so what was that like to go from Caribbean, wonderful weather every day? And I guess the hurricanes are a thing, but
Yeah,
then to go to Canada with the snow and everything. But there's a big Caribbean population, I heard, in Canada as well.
huge.
So have you, yeah. How is it going as far as, well, now that everything's closed, but before everything was closed, were you doing a lot of touring? I know you have some great songs that we actually watched
Yeah,
earlier, and you have a LP getting ready to drop. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
yeah. Well, to be honest, I took a little break from music after my sophomore album.
Okay.
So there's a lot of personal things and stuff, and so I came back. I would say I started writing for this EP in like 2018, and
Mhm.
so this is the first project that I actually produced on my own.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I'm really
wow.
so I'm really excited to see how people's reaction is gonna be, because I think I've evolved as an artist as well. The
Okay.
music, just in terms of production, trying to be a
Mhm.
producer and an artist, and so it took about 2 years to really get all of this worked out. Um, so it's been a long process, but I think it's going to be a rewarding one.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, during this time here now, yeah, we haven't been doing a lot of shows or anything.
Right.
I really don't know when that's going to open up as yet, but it's a challenge, but we're trying to deal with it. Trying to do some more online shows and stuff, so
Oh, fun.
to promote the album and stuff. So
All right. Any plans to go live or just like an actual full on show?
yeah, we did a live
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago. We're gonna do one
Okay.
next week, so I'll be letting everybody know of
Oh, please
of the time.
do.
Right. I think it'll be on Facebook again,
Okay.
live. So I'll let y'all know.
Please do. I'm just going to type that in just so go back to that later. Facebook Live next weekend. Fantastic. Now, are there, looking forward to the future, who would be your like ideal person to maybe collaborate with or even to go on tour with?
Hmm. I'd love to tour with. I'd love to tour with any of the Marleys. To be
Okay.
honest.
I was thinking Ziggy Marley while I was saying that because I've seen him in concert and he's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of the Marleys would be great.
Mhm.
Who's new and upcoming artists out there? Even a lot of the vintage artists I would love to tour with. Uh, but mainly any of the Marleys. A couple of the new artists out there too. I see Protege out there. He's doing good work. I like what he's doing. But yeah, any of those guys would be great. Would be awesome.
That would be great.
Taurus
Um,
Riley.
hmm,
Yeah,
that's great.
he's actually one of my favorite male artists for sure.
Okay. What do you see yourself doing in the future since you just started taking on producing? Do you want to produce other acts or expand that way, or just
Yeah.
other mediums? Because a lot of times with artists, they don't want to just do one thing because they're so creative, they can do so much. So I was just curious if there's other things that you
I
want
think
to do.
I think I've gotten into this producing thing. I want to do it more. I really want to see the kind of response I get from this album, and yeah, hopefully I'll get a call to help another artist out or something.
That
I
would
would
be
love
great.
to go in that kind of direction and still perform and do music and write, but
Mhm.
production, yeah, I wanna get a full hand at that.
Oh, that'd be great. Now, can you tell us a little bit about this new album that's getting ready to drop? It's getting ready to drop in June, which is next week. I can't
Next
believe
week.
how fast this month is going by.
Yeah.
Still feels like March, but needless to say, so June's right around the corner. What can you tell us about this album? I know I played a couple of the songs and everybody was loving it. So I'm curious, what is the rest of the album? Is it?
Um, so you played maybe Fool's Run, I think.
I played Fool's Run and now they're all gone that I played. This is Life.
Okay, great.
And one other one. Gotta look at my recently played. Yeah, it's not showing up. Oh, The Other Side.
Okay. Um, yeah, I think it's a song. It's an album that there are some. I would say, I guess you could call them love songs. I guess you call them
Yeah, like ballads. Okay. No,
ballads. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, there's a couple of those on it. Um, because I was just out of the music game for a bit. I think I was just in a space of writing about just being involved in music again, being just having just being in that space of creating again. So I think a lot of the writing from this is just based upon just being happy to be back at it again and doing a lot of reflecting. I think Fool's Run is a song that
Yeah, I
um,
love that song.
just actually I was just doing a lot of reflecting on just on us as a people as a whole. And I think that's where that song came out of a little bit. So there's a little bit of a political side to the EP and also just some plain love songs, really.
Oh, that's great. I always think of with Bob Marley, of course, where he had such political driven music as well, with like "I Shot the Sheriff" and
Yeah.
it's just so many songs that really spoke to what's going on. And there's so well, at least in Northern America, or I guess South America from you, but in USA, we're having a lot of issues right now with police
Yeah.
brutality and
Yeah.
so much other stuff on that nature. And your song, it really spoke to that experience. And I was just curious, are there any other songs similar to that, or what was there something that happened that made you like, okay, I got to write about this? And do you ever get, or what is your inspiration by some of the songs? Like what makes you write or
Yeah.
your muse?
Yeah, I know that you guys over there, are dealing with your handful of problems, but it doesn't negate the fact that we, as a black man, it's something that it doesn't escape any of us. So with me being here, we feel that same pressure too. Maybe not to the extent as it is south of the border, but we're going through a lot of changes here too, and I think I just wanted a lot of my people just to realize and just to kind of reflect just on everything as well, a bit. So that's why Fool's Run came out, but um, we're feeling it too. Like it's
heavy.
it's a tough time, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think because we're already dealing with enemies, so to speak, that we can't see with coronavirus or COVID-19. And now the threats that we thought we were going to get a break from are still there.
Yeah.
And it's a heavy time right now.
Very.
But music has a way of expressing those emotions or even speaking to that experience. And I always turn to artists when I'm going through those modes, or I'll listen to certain people. And probably wasn't the best idea to watch the Defiant Ones last night because it was about NWA and how they got started. So then I went down like my whole NWA Spotify for a moment. So instead of crying, I was just angry for a minute.
I know exactly what you're saying, because even this morning I've been on a Dead Prez run all day, because and so I know what you're saying still.
Yeah, I saw your post about Dead Prez, and I was thinking the movie at first because
maybe that's what
I didn't even think because my dad worked on it, so that's why I always think of that first. So I'm like, forget the musicians as well. But so I do have some questions for you. They want to know, where can they find your music?
I'm on Spotify and Apple Music right now. We're just adding my music on Spotify. So Apple Music, Spotify, all those major platforms.
Now, do you have any more videos that are getting ready to get released, or as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
For this EP, we did 4 videos. So we got another one coming. I would say in about a month.
Okay. So July.
Yeah. And if the people want to link with my social media, they could just go to Humble Music, MUZIK on.
Wait, say that again.
MUZIK.
See, you guys say the alphabet different than us. That's why I made you say it again. I'm like, wait, what letter is that? So say it's Z.
MUZIK.
But how do you guys say it in Canada? I'm fascinated now.
Z.
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 Learned something new today. I'm writing the wrong name. Okay, Humble. And then fantastic. Now I want to make sure, is there anything that you would like to share with the viewers before
just sending one love to everybody really out there. I know just with everything going on in the news right now, I just want everybody to just do a lot of reflecting, and it's a tough time, so it's just want everybody just to try and stay cool.
I'm always curious what other countries kind of think of the not drama, because it's more than drama, but the different things that are happening here, because we don't really hear anything like this coming out of Canada. So
and from here, we I think one of the main things that a lot of people from here would say is like, man, I don't want to. Over there seems like so volatile. Like it's just. I think that's the impression a lot of people get, maybe from here, who hasn't been over there. Because I think for us, our racism is more subdued, more kind of closeted in a sense.
Okay.
I
mean, definitely different areas. Like bigger cities, for the most part, aren't as bad as the news portrays, give or take. But we're no Canada.
So I my heart goes out just to everybody out there. Really.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, we definitely have more good guys here than bad, but right now the bad guys are really making it hard for us to notice the good right now. So hopefully things will change very quickly in a good way. Okay. Goldie Bell says, your music is inspiring. Thank you for sharing it with us. I'm going to move your name so we don't see. It's not over your face. And then, let's see. I already answered that one. Yeah, they mainly just compliments on how much they love your music. Great music, great song.
Thank you.
And so on. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. We appreciate your art and gift. So,
Give thanks.
Yeah, when I was playing Fool's Run Fool's Run. I keep on to say Fool's Run In because that was a movie and Elvis Presley song, I think, when Fools Run In or Rush In. Do you remember it was like Salma Hayek and so I watch a lot of movies. So I keep wanting to say that instead of the name of your single. Oh, my mom wants to know, Olivia Gatewood, what were you drinking earlier, the green stuff?
That was a juice that I just made actually. It's
okay.
Celery, apple, and ginger.
Oh, that's probably really good. I love ginger and everything I can get.
I didn't know you caught that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the joys of camera. We see everything. No, I'm kidding. But I will have to ask, like, because you guys have been locked down, like Justin Trudeau, he locked it down really quickly up in Canada. Because my cousin's in Toronto, and he was telling me, like, you couldn't go anywhere. Everyone's wearing a mask. Everyone was wearing gloves for the most part. But they started opening up this week. Have you been able to start life back to normal, or is it slowly, or any talks of?
Where I am in Alberta, our cases aren't that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, so our numbers are really low. I think on a daily average, I think we're averaging like about 20 new cases a day. So they decided to open up out in Alberta here. Not everything, but things are just slowly opening. The people are coming out, but I think everybody is still precautious. I still see a lot of masks out in Edmonton. But it's not fully open yet, but it's starting to get that way. So our cases are low, so I think we're doing okay.
That's good. Did you guys have to do testing or anything before? Or was there like universal testing available for you guys? Nothing?
No kind of mandatory thing, no.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah.
Because each country is so different.
I know in Toronto it's still kind of bad. They're getting hundreds of cases a day still. So, but even though they want to push open, it's a tough call. Everybody's losing a lot of money, I'm sure, yeah. But
can't replace lives.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So. That's interesting because I'm always curious because down here we have 100,000 cases, I think, of people with it, and we're at phase 2, and people are complaining that they need to open up more, and I'm like, why are you rushing to die? So it's like, I'll wait, but
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I thank you so much for joining me. Sorry about the issues earlier.
Oh, no problem.
So glad to have you, and best of luck to you. I'm very excited to hear your album in June.
Thank you.
Do you have a specific date, or just it's going to be in June?
I know it's going to be early June. So
great.
I hope these guys are ready. I've been on top of them too. So I told them let's do it for early June. So
yeah, because we're humble for I'm not humble. I'm saying your name because we're desperate, hungry for new content, new music. So that'll be great. And I'm definitely looking forward to your concert that you'll be doing next week or next weekend.
Yes, it'll be next June 7th.
Okay.
Sunday. I think it's a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But I'll let everybody know when and where and stuff.
And thank you so much for being my guest today, and best of luck to you. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. You have a good one.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bless.
It worked out. I'm so grateful. Thank you. And the comments were working today. See, it's like you never know. One thing doesn't work and the other things do. So I'm glad I was like, I don't want to risk going any longer because I am trying to cut down to 30. We'll see how good I can do at this. But at the same time, I was like, while nothing is glitching or not working, let's try to get out as soon as possible. And for those of you that maybe missed his song earlier, in case you joined us a little bit later, I'm just going to play that until we go out. And make sure you check out his album. That's going to be dropping in mid-June, as he was saying, his show next weekend. Very exciting, very exciting. I really loved everything that I heard so far. So I'm sure you guys will too. I put my calendar completely out of reach. I was going to tell you who was coming up, but definitely tomorrow, I'm very excited. I'll have Mona Bowman. She is a hairstylist that has worked on, I don't know, just little small films like Just Mercy. Another film she's worked on was, one of those little Marvel films. Crap, now I'm making sure it's Marvel. One of our favorite superheroes, Green Lantern. She worked on that. She worked on all 3 of Pitch Perfect. She's worked on a lot of different things, but she loves hair. I got the chance to talk to her a little bit today, and the different things she was telling me about hair and just all the different things that go into it, deciding it, the different like porosity. I mean, the woman is a scientist when it comes to hair. She actually studied biology, and I can't wait to talk to her because she's going to have so many great tips for us to take care of our hair at home, but also great tips for those that may be interested in working in the film industry, what you need to know. Because a lot of times people get so stuck on only learning their hair type, and you need to know all hair types so you can really be marketable. She was sharing that information with me. So I'm really excited about talking to her tomorrow. And then Friday, make sure you tell a friend, tell a family member, tell someone you love that you want to keep around. We will have Dr. Lane Rolling, as well as Tamika Harden, who is a COVID-19 survivor. And they're both going to share Dr. Lane Rolling, I'm sure you saw the viral video of him with his daughter where they did a Q&A, and he was telling all of his expertise as being someone that's actually on the task force for COVID-19. So it'll be really nice to hear from him and get clear answers instead of a lot of the misinformation. Or I think a lot of people now are kind of just hearing the media as just background noise or scare tactics, and to hear it directly from a doctor who's studying it, who has studied it in other countries as well, speak about it, will just give us all a better understanding of what we're facing and making sure that we get the best education about this, because education is power. The more we know about this, the better chances we have of not only surviving, but maybe avoiding it altogether. So I'm very excited about having him on, and he's got a lot of great suggestions, even with like hand cleanser. He has one that he suggests that they use in surgical rooms that when you use it, it doesn't just kill germs on contact there, it keeps killing for 24 hours. Okay. Yes, I already bought some because mommy was like, as soon as after this show, everybody's going to go buy it. So I wanted to make sure I had some because it wouldn't be like hand sanitizer. So make sure you tune in Friday. He's going to tell more about that and so much more. I'm so excited about having him and having Tamika, because she did recover and her 2 kids also had it. So she can share even from that perspective of young people having it. And ironic enough, Mona, the artist, the hairstylist I'm going to have on tomorrow, her and her son also had it, and she's going to share. She had it very briefly, thankfully. So she can give us a different perspective on, because there are 33 different strands. So we can hear from her how it affected her. And unfortunately, the very bad medical care she encountered that kind of had me on pause and scared, like, wait, what? So definitely make sure you guys tune in tomorrow as well as Friday. It's going to be a great show. I'm so excited. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys bearing with me this with all the different glitches that have been going on this week. Thankfully, I hope this is the end of that. All right, you guys have a great night, and don't let me be the best kept secret. Go share. See you guys again tomorrow.